Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be making coffee card fronts. I had recently picked up these two dies from Honeybee Stamps, and it's called Lovely Layers Coffee Cup, and then Lovely Layers Coffee Cup Swirl Add-on. And so in essence, the way this example shows it, we will be making, I want to try doing both and making that whole swirly coffee part inside for the clear cup and the whipped cream, and then decorating one of these two. And then I have the sentiment stamp also from the collection. These were all in the recent haul that I had shown, but I want to use them already and make a card or two. So I think a card would be good. And actually they show them too, is it here? Yeah, as like a gift card holder, so you can have it along the inside of it. So that could be two, and with the holidays coming up, I feel like this would be good. So for my supplies though, I rummaged through all of my paper pads, and I have solid Christmas neutrals. These are from Michael's. These are not current. These are just in my stash. And I have fall solids, but I needed like these brown like creamy mocha tones over here, and then perhaps this one right here as well. So these are the cardstock. So if you have cardstock that you can use that will give you this kind of coffee vibe, I hope you'll use your coffee collection, cardstocks in your stash. I will have everything linked down below for you. And here's that kind of like taupey mocha color. So I'm just going to take one of these out, and then we need like these 3 sheets from this side. Oh, and actually I probably do need also just a white, because a white for the whipped cream. So let's get all of these mocha color kind of colors out. And actually I wonder too, because if I make, there's that little example, the coffee cup, I actually can make the sleeve any color I want. So maybe I can make it red or green. Well, I'll keep this close by and we'll decide. But for now, and you know what too? I want to try making the the cup itself to be like clear, to see if that works. And look, lo and behold, I have a page protector that was on my desk that has been chopped up for something else. So I think that's enough to make this. Yeah, it'll be enough. Perfect. All right, so we're going to try to make the clear plastic cup, and then we're going to make the coffee swirls and go from there. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get assembling these adorable to-go coffee mugs. After these projects, I will definitely keep Honeybee Stamps on my radar for future releases. I had such an enjoyment crafting session doing these, and I love it. I'm also impressed with, my former self for even picking up a brown tone paper pad, because usually brown is a color I don't work with a lot. So the fact that I had this in my stash, I'm actually very proud of myself for exactly when this a coffee themed product comes to light. I had it in my stash, and I was so happy that I had brown, because I was like, oh my god, now I gotta go buy brown paper, to make these coffee swirls. But luckily I had it, so I'm definitely impressed. What I also recommend, or at least how I did this session, is almost, what do we call it, like batch or batch creating. Okay, so definitely what I did was just take the time, which took maybe 20-30 minutes, and cut out all of the pieces to make both cups. And I just stacked the papers as I cut them in 2 different piles, knowing that this was the cold coffee cup and this one was for the hot to go coffee cup, and had them a little bit above the screen. You can't see it, but they're just in 2 piles on the upper, like, left side of the screen. And that way it was easy, even when I was kind of, futzing around with the layers, like in case I did 2 dark brown, and they were touching each other, I like to alternate it with the light brown. So it was easy just to kind of self-correct. I think I had to do it like 1 or 2 times. Um, and this way you kind of get all this done. So I didn't do it like where I was like, oh, let me get all the layers for the cold coffee cup and let me assemble it, and then, go back and now do it all again for the hot coffee cup to go. I just cut out all my layers at first, and I think some people do work like this, like do all the die cutting and then do all the assembly. And that definitely worked in this process. What I also will say is that working with the page protector was a little difficult. It didn't cut all the way through for some reason, but the impression or the indentation was there enough where when I used my fussy cut scissors, it was easy to like cut it out completely. I just didn't like cut it out completely for some reason, which was a little odd for sure, but in the end made it work. And my only critique on the cold one too is that the coffee swirls, work, but then there's like an inch gap, and then like the whipped cream sits within the like clear little half moon cap of the cup. And it just, I only noticed it after I was done putting it all together, and I was like, why is it floating? Why is the whipped cream floating and not on the coffee? You know what I mean? So that would be the only thing. So here I am kind of assembling and seeing how to make the gift card aspect of it. It works, I think, a lot better for the hot to go cup to have um the gift card than the clear one. But in hindsight too, I think next time if I make it, I will make it not with a clear page protector, but with like maybe vellum. I think the frosty look of vellum would make it look a little bit better, just because the clear is obviously clear, and so it just looks like floating coffee and a floating whipped cream dollop on the top. So that would be my only thing. But everything else, the entire thing includes the little, like, you see me putting together the straw into it, and you see me with the little coffee stopper in the lid for the hot one. And it's just precious. It really is precious. It's very realistic. It's a decent size. I feel like I will be making some in, in the very near future for like my December daily, maybe making it like the red cup love from Starbucks and having it, or even having a few just made so that I can have them as focal points for an art journal page. I also see myself. So these will definitely stay on my desk, or at least close by, so that I can see them and remember to use them from time to time. So here I did do the whipped cream, and I go in with some, because I wanted to give it some shading. So I go in with like a metallic gold marker to give it some shading. And while it does look good, I didn't love it. So you'll see me kind of randomly go back and fix it, because I just didn't like having all the lines, and I just like the indentation. So this part does get replaced in the final project, where it's just a regular little white dollop of whipped cream. And so here I am working for the backgrounds now. So the size of themselves were a little bit bigger than for my littlest kind of card plates. So I just folded white cardstock in the size and shape that I wanted it. And I knew I wanted to do a mixed media background. So at first I am taking, this one is called, I want to say it's like Love Letter. It's like a scripty font background stamp from Simon Hurley. And then the other one is more of like a typewriter font, which is called literally typewriter. And I'm using an oxide ink. I don't know the color off the top of my hand, but it's a mid-tone brown. It's not the darkest, but it's not the lightest. I forgot the thing. So then here's stencil butter. This one is in a gold shade, and I'm going in with a Simon Hurley stencil as well. This one was from the recent collection I played with when I was making my animal cards. And I'm just doing it in random sections just to have more interest through it. And this portion with stencil butter, it does need time to dry. So I clean up my station and I kind of come back to it when they are. And I did do off camera splatters with oxide ink in aged mahogany. That's a little bit of a red brown color. And so the gift card ones, I just made sure with fun foam, I popped it up on fun foam so that the gift card could slide easily in and out, and not just tape it down onto the card front itself. So this is me just using fun foam and making sure that there's plenty of room for it to kind of come out and then be stopped by the fun foam, and it worked out perfectly. The sentiment I just stamped with archival ink on a piece of scrap white cardstock and then adhered it, and I did two sentiments from a similar the same stamp set from Honeybee Stamps. And so here I am, I think this is when I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, it just has a floating dollop of whipped cream on top. I'm like, why is there such a gap? You see what I mean? It looks a little odd when you do it like that. So it looks a little odd, but I just make sure to put the sentiment right over that floating gap, and then it's not as noticeable, but just an odd feature of the cold coffee cup. But I loved this whole project. Okay, that will wrap up both of these cards. Now they are homemade cards, so I just cut them down to be the size I needed and did the sentiments. I left this one not with the gift card holder, but just as the cup itself. And the plastic, while worked good to get the illusion of like the clear plastic cup, I'm going to try vellum the next time. That's what I think I'm going to do. I think vellum. Maybe a bit different, but we'll see. And this one's so cute, and I turned this one into the gift card holder. I almost just put something there that says like pull, because you would never know if there was a gift card in there. So that turned out super cute. Oh, and still just a little movable, meaning the glue has not set yet. But oh, so cute. So I will leave everything linked down below if you are interested in having coffee cup gift card cards. These are two good stamps, two good die sets to add to your collection. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, everyone. Bye.